guys, and welcome to I Want My Angst TV Reviews. I'm Sarah, and today we are going to be talking about the new series coming to TBS, Chad. Before we get started, you guys know the drill. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel and comment along letting me know what you think about this series yourself. And if you like it, give us a thumbs up. I'm gonna make this just as awkward as this show. Here we go. Chad is brought to us by SNL alum Nasim Pedrad and tells the story of a 14-year-old Persian boy named Chad who desperately tries to fit in and cope with his mother's dating life, as well as figuring out his cultural identity, as well as just being a very awkward teenage child. The character of Chad is written in pure extremes. He goes from 0 to 1,000 at all times. Chad is constantly pushing against his Persian roots because he feels it makes him stand out.
Do you ever eat just regular American food, like peanut butter sandwiches with the crust cut off?
Even though him as himself just stands out.
Oh, I'm so awkward!
He puts himself in these ridiculous situations, and in the end, does he learn from them? I don't think so. So by the time you get to the end of the series, you have this character who is wild and crazy, who hasn't really learned anything other than to continue putting himself in these strange situations.
It's 10:33. Here.
What?
Now, I found this series to be very reminiscent of Pen 15, which if you're not familiar with Pen 15, it tells the story of two girls. However, just like with Chad, the girls are played by adult versions of themselves who also write the show, and Chad seems to take a little tick from that, where Nasim plays Chad as a 14-year-old boy. Now, cringe humor is really, really tough for me, especially like teenage cringe humor. It took me a really long time to like Pen 15. I had to do a lot of research and learn that the girls don't perform certain scenes with these young kids because every kid in the show of Pen 15 is underage, where it doesn't seem quite the case with Chad. However, the scenarios that he puts himself in are just as uncomfortable. And I feel like it just takes me back to a place of my own awkwardness that I just really don't want to revisit.
You want to shoplift lipstick. You want to listen to Lana Del Rey on repeat while you cut up all your t-shirts. You want to scream at your mother and then laugh at her tears.
I don't like to just compare and contrast, but it's really kind of hard when these shows are so similar. I do love that this is telling the story about a teenage boy. We don't get a lot of those. We get mostly teenage girl shows or overly dramatic teen shows. I really appreciate the representation because when was the last time you ever saw a show about a Persian family, or let alone a Persian teenage boy? And I'm hoping that some kids might see themselves in Chad. I can't even say that quite seriously because Chad's so awkward. But it does help educate others who aren't a part of the same culture, kind of in the same way Never Have I Ever did, which tells the story of an Indian girl who is first generation trying to navigate the world as an American, as well as represent and be respectful of her heritage. Does Chad do that? I mean, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Do I think Chad has the same charm and sparkle as other shows like it? Not quite. And it was a really tough show for me to get through. Again, this might not have been the show for me. If you are a huge cringe comedy person, this might be the show for you.
My favorite.
And I will jump on the double standard bandwagon of this because I don't understand when this became a cool thing to have adults play children and interact with other young kids. If men were actually doing this and men played teenage boys and interacted with teenage girls, that would be a huge issue. But for some reason, we seem to be okay with like the girls from Pen 15 being grown adults interacting with young children, even though they are not the ones who do more like intimate scenes. And with Chad, we have a woman playing a teenage boy interacting with girls in very sexual ways. Yes, the actors are played by adults, but again, if it was flipped, we would have a huge issue. So why don't we have an issue now? That's just a question I'm gonna put out to everyone. Let a girl know. Do I think that Chad will stand the test of time? Do I think Chad deserves a season 2? I mean, it would be really nice if he had grown a little bit. It would be nice to see like maybe an ounce of confidence drop into that little bundle of weirdness, but I don't think we're gonna get that. If we get a season 2, I'd actually be very surprised, but who knows? Stranger things have happened.
Can you hook me up with that Wi-Fi password?
We're enjoying each other's company right now, Chad.
Kind of feel like that depends on who you ask, right?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm Sarah. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel, thumbs up this video, comment, let me know what you think of Chad, and ring that bell so you don't miss any more angsty videos.